From Wichita Falls to Paris, from Atoka, Oklahoma to the Dallas area, Texoma has a thriving music scene. Revolving around country rock and blues, the singer-songwriters of the Texoma area reach into the outlying geographic enclaves here and there around the country. It's a scene of music that is defined more by geography than it is a sound and encompasses all the facets of the music scene on either side of the border. Denison, Texas is the hub of this music region, and it's music-friendly in so many ways. Long-standing tradition and musical family spanning generations are the hallmark of this area. Denison is also one of the first 20 cities in the state of Texas to be designated a music-friendly city by the state. My name is Ann House, and I'm a singer here in the Texoma area. We're live casting from beautiful downtown Denison at the Podcast on Main studio. This is Open Mic with Ann House.
Uh-oh, are we live?
We are live now here at Open Mic with Ann House. My name is Ann House, and we are here in beautiful downtown Denison at the corner of Main and Burnett, across the street from Heritage Park. We are in the podcast studios, the Podcast on Main at Split Window Studios, and you can find them on the web if you need any help or anything to do with, they do some really great stuff here. As a matter of fact, tonight we're going to talk about a video that they did to help animal rescue. So tonight we have Stuart Foster.
Hello.
And Terry Condor. Say hi. You got a camera there, and there.
Hello, beautiful people.
And up there is where that's what everybody's going to see.
Yeah, I always
Yay.
feel comfortable looking up there. And then it's like...
And then leaning over to the microphone
yeah.
to say something. Yeah. Stuart has always been an animal lover. I am too. We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 animals at my house.
About to have 7 because I'm going to kidnap your dog.
Yes, Stuart, he maintains that he is going to kidnap my Penelope, my little Penelope.
Such a
the
cutie.
Chihuahua. She's such a cute little dog. Excuse me. I have 4 cats and 4... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, 4 cats and 4 dogs. I had to stop and count. Here comes Penelope.
Oh, there's the one I want to kidnap.
This is Penelope.
Look at that little cutie.
Now, there we go. It's time to go get your nails done, baby.
She's so cute.
Penelope is a cute little baby. She's kind of on the verge of being a teacup chihuahua, right? She is also a rescue. She was 3 years old when we got her, and she loves my husband. She just thinks he's the best thing since...
Oh, because he has a beard, right?
He's got a beard, right? She was taken she was on her way to a shelter, right? And a friend of mine knew that I liked Chihuahuas, and my mother-in-law at the time liked Chihuahuas. And so they said, look, she's on her way to a kill shelter if somebody doesn't pick her up in the next day or so. And I said, well, okay, if I can't, hang on to her, we'll find somebody who can so that nothing happens to the poor little dear. Turns out she loves my husband, and so, we have a dog, right? 2 of my cats were born in my house, but one of them, a friend of ours, lives in an area that gets a lot of drop-off animals. Just
Oh, yeah, me too. I live right by the lake.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, same thing.
All the time.
And she managed to raise several generations of part Siamese cats. And Siamese cats are a little bit of a challenge sometimes because they're super smart and they're super mean sometimes. And we went out to her house, and my husband made the mistake. I made the mistake of letting him go to her door on his own. Okay? That was my first mistake. And he said to her, if we were to pick one of these kitty cats to take home with us, and she had like 3 or 4 of them around her feet, and one of them was doing the ankle strap thing, and she goes, oh, this one, and hands him the cat that we have now, Luna. My sister brought her cat with her.
What is my sisters are trifling? They just don't know.
That's an interesting sound, Chris.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
we have a Chiweenie. Looks like a Tootsie Roll with legs walking across the floor. That was my mother-in-law, so technically she's a rescue. And then we have Festus and Daisy, a standard Chihuahua and a long-haired Dachshund who share a brain cell. And they were rescues also. So rescues are something that we do you've got 4, right?
I have 3 right now,
Okay,
yes.
yeah,
But
3.
I usually have 4 when I foster from the shelter.
And how many pets do you have, Terry?
I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of lizards and stuff.
We've got, I think, 5 geckos now, and their names changed because they're all
Into the mic.
Atticuses.
Oh, are they? Okay, yeah.
The 5 geckos that we have are all Atticuses, so the names all changed. We've got 2 bearded dragons. They're both rescues. There's
Do you ever tie a balloon to your bearded dragon when they're trying to clean the cage?
But I got tagged in that. Yeah,
Yes.
Camber wants to try that. But there's David.
If you have to let the way it went is if you have to let the bearded dragon out so that you can clean their cage, how are you going to find them again? Because, they're really not that big.
Yeah.
Tie a balloon to it.
You just have a balloon. They got a little harness on the beardy.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, that's Randy and David are the beardies. They're both rescues. We have a cinnamon ball python whose name is Cinnamon. She's a rescue. Well, we bought her at a Repticon, but she was bred out. Like she bred so many times that it wasn't safe to breed her anymore. So,
Oh, okay.
So we got her,
And you can't really fix a snake, can you?
Not really.
That's probably for the
There's
I
not
never
best.
thought about that.
But let's see. There's the tegu. The tegu's name is Nugget.
I'm sorry, what?
A tegu. It's a lizard. It's
Okay.
sort of like a monitor lizard.
Oh, okay. It's not as big as a
They get
monitor,
pretty
is
big.
it?
They get 3.5, 4 feet long.
Oh, wow.
Big fat. They like to cuddle. Do you ever see like people cuddling real big lizards on Facebook or whatever? They're
That's pretty
usually-
cool.
Usually
Cuddling.
tegus.
See,
yeah.
it took me a while to deal with cuddling birds, right? And
Right.
lizards.
Oh, I forgot. I have a cat. I forgot about my cat,
I
Mr.
thought you had a
Boots.
cat.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Boots.
Mr. Boots.
We got Jax. That's she's a Russian blue.
Oh, how
She-
pretty.
Yeah, she was a rescue. She's been around longer than I have, so
Right?
I'm not sure where Camber got her, but
And look, there's a kitty cat.
and then
going
we've
across
got
Can you get out
yeah.
there onto the sidewalk, Chris? Go out to the sidewalk, the front
Oh,
sidewalk.
yeah. It's like drinking out of a puddle or something. All right, there it is.
we're
Yeah.
about to go
Black and
rescue
white
a
kitty
cat.
cat.
Oh, that's kind of like my cat, Mr. Boots. He's a tuxedo, too.
He's
Staring
he's,
at us.
he's sitting on just
Yeah,
on the
it's
curb.
like he knows we're talking about him.
Yeah.
He's just looking in here.
Oh, you may not be able to see him. Anyways,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a black and white tuxedo cat that's sitting out there under the curb.
Yeah.
Animal rescue is, I don't know. There's just something very special about making sure that the animals that are around you are taken care of at the very least, if not well taken care of. Now, my cats, I've got it. Let's see. Dorian is, I want to say he's 11 or 12. Pippin is 10 or 11. Luna's 2. And my sister's cat's like 10. So we have long-lived animals at our house. I don't know how old Gidget is. That's the Chewini. And Daisy and Festus, they've got to be at least, 8 or 10 also. So we love our animals. We take really good care of our animals as the best we can. But there's so many animals out there that you wish that you could take care of.
Right.
And that's where places like DAWG steps in.
Man, DAWG is so awesome, too. Like, everybody that volunteers there and works there, they're such good people.
So just in case nobody knows, DAWG is the Denison Animal Welfare Group.
Yeah.
They foster out animals. They also have a holding area, right, for animals? Or
Yeah.
are they complete foster?
No, they get animals in, and they're kind of like the pound also.
Yeah.
And then whenever they get room inside DAWG, where they
Right.
adopt them out, then they move them from that area to the
Oh, okay.
other part to adopt them out.
And they have fosters. They have places
Yes.
that they can foster animals to.
And they provide you with food if you need it for them while you're fostering them.
The whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah, everything you might need. Leashes,
Woof, woof, woof. I hear dogs barking.
Yeah.
And they also do adoption events. They do low-cost spay and neuter. They don't do it. They contract somebody to come in and do it. Shots, basic, the basic health stuff for your pets, cats and dogs. Cats and dogs.
I think it's.
I'm
Which
pretty
is
sure they
like-
don't have anything for lizards. But
Yeah.
Gotta go to Dallas for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's and DAWGs is not the only one, but it's the best one that we have up here.
Right. Well, they're amazing. Yeah, and I mean, like sometimes they have deals going on where they're free.
Oh yeah, okay.
And if they've been there for a while, and that's a really good deal because I mean
really
they
is.
get their spayed or they're fixed, and they got all their shots.
Yeah, if we would have met Molly the day before we got her, we would have got her for free because they had one of those events. But I mean, I'm happy to.
And I saw when you adopted that dog too. I was like, I know that guy. I was so happy. I was like, dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, I guess.
And he
she's been there
messaged
for a
me.
while. She's a bully. She looks like almost small enough to be a pocket bully.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
really?
real cute.
She's little, but she's got whoever had her
She's a
before.
mix, so I'm sure, right?
No, she's
No, she's full blooded. Yeah.
Wow.
She might be a mix between an American bully and a pocket bully, but I think they're basically the same thing, just
Yeah.
different
Right.
sizes. But anyway, she's got her ears cropped, so she looks
poor
very
baby.
intimidating, even
Yeah.
being as little as she is. And
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons why she stayed in there for as long as she did was because
she looks
because of her appearance. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as
and
I
that's
saw
sad.
her,
And there's a
That's
lot
really
of
sad.
purebred dogs there too.
Yeah.
So like you can get a purebred dog for free if you go up there,
Right.
on the right time.
I mean, and if that's important to you, okay, cool. I'm
Yeah,
okay with
yeah.
that, but
yeah. Well,
it
no,
wasn't
she just-
necessarily important to us.
We weren't
right?
even planning on getting a dog. Camber,
Yeah,
she's
right?
pregnant. She's struggling with her pregnancy hormones and things like that. And things have been really stressful for us. The last few months have been pretty heavy. And she
They
just had a
have.
really bad day one day. And it was a Sunday, a couple Sundays ago, maybe 3 Sundays ago, 4. I don't know. It's been a few weeks ago. But I just wanted to cheer her up, and I was like, we're gonna go to DAWG and play with
At the
the
very
dogs.
least, pet the
That's
dogs,
so
right?
cool, man.
And
That's
as
so
soon
cool.
as I saw her, I was like, she's coming home with us. And she did.
How sweet.
She's a mama's girl too. She loves her some Camber.
Yeah. Having said that, there is also Sandy's Feral Fun, and they do low cost or free feline care, such as neutering and spaying. You can find them on Facebook, Sandy's Feral-Fun. They have openings, so many openings every month to do things like that. So if you want to rescue an animal, there's so many opportunities for you to do that. Get on Nextdoor. Somebody's got puppies or kitties that need to be in a different place. Like a friend of mine mentioned that their puppy wasn't getting along. I think the puppy was just needing a little bit more than they could handle. And so they were trying to get the puppy a better home, a better place that would be more suited to puppies, right? I am not a puppy person, right? Not anymore. Used to be when I was much, much younger. Now I don't have the patience for puppies. So yeah, no, I'm not
It
doing
is
that.
kind of like raising a kid with a puppy.
It is kind
because
of
you have to potty train them.
right. And that takes
and
anywhere from 3 to
teething
5
and chewing on
months, and
everything. Yeah.
We had a puppy that chewed up my house. I mean, literally, he ate the baseboards in my living room, and I'm like,
yeah.
no, we're not doing that. And things like that. So you just have to be patient. And a lot of times, animals that are rescued or go to a rescue have their own set of anxieties or problems, and you have to be able and willing to work your way through that. But do because rescuing an animal is so
one of the best feelings in the world.
it really is. I mean, I look at Penelope every day and go, that was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And we drove all the way to Dallas, down at the Galleria to pick her up, right?
and-
Because
being in a pound, even though DAWG is a really nice facility, it's still being locked in a cage most of the day,
It's
and
still a pound, yeah.
not really having a family. And you got to think that some of the dogs that are there, that's the best life they've ever had.
Yeah.
Because before
Yeah.
they went there, it was worse. You
yeah,
know?
it is.
Fighting
And-
over food and being mistreated. Like sometimes I foster dogs, and it's not their fault. You'll go to pet them and they'll flinch,
Yes.
and that's so sad when you see that.
Yeah.
And then
it's
they
hard.
turn out to be like they love to cuddle more than anything.
the biggest
the
cuddle bug
dogs
you
are
could
like
ever
that.
find.
Yeah.
I know.
Because I never had that love.
Right. And we had a half pit bull, half sneaky neighborhood dog is the way it was put to us, right? So a sneaky neighborhood dog managed to get over the fence at the fully papered female. And we had the puppy from the time that she was very, very small up until she passed. And she was our Katie Nana. She loved the kids. Kids loved her. She protected the kids. She was very, and it was great. It really was great. We loved our story dog. You wrote a song.
Oh, yes.
And you realize you are going to have to play it, right?
Oh, I was kind of thinking that was going to happen, yes.
So all this started out that Stuart's been doing animal rescue, and he wrote a song about friends
Puppies.
with fur
Yes,
or
ma'am.
puppies.
Yeah.
Right? And then he did a video.
It was so fun. Yeah, I shot it here at Split Windows, or recorded it here at Split Windows with Chris. Mm-hmm. And he shredded it on that lead guitar part. That's the lead guitar part in that song. That was Chris.
All right. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
cool.
yeah, and it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the video was fun, despite wearing that hideous wig when it was like 20 degrees hotter wearing that damn thing. And funny story, the reason why
Yeah?
it looks so nappy in that video
Yeah.
is because I was driving down the highway and I had the windows down because it smelled like dog in my car.
Which I'm
And-
sure is
yeah.
fairly common.
Yeah, very common. And the wig flew out of my car going down the highway. And I think like 4 or 5 cars ran it over.
Oh my gosh.
And
no.
my buddy's like, dude, I dare you to wear it on the video. And I was like, I'll do it. I don't care. So it looked like extra nappy when in the video. So
Oh my gosh.
that's where the nappiness came
Now, we've temporarily lost our ability to play videos, but I'll add it in later for you. But
That's fine.
I do want to hear the song. So can you
Oh,
grab
sure,
your guitar
yeah.
and let's get it playing? I mean,
see how
a
it
song about puppy dogs. I mean, what could be? I can't think of anything that's much better, right?
We'll see how it goes. Do I just like sit back here and play it?
Well, sometimes
get
we move
closer?
one microphone over, but play and let's see where we are.
I'll try it. Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Let me scoot. Okay.
There's handles on the chairs that are
Yeah, that wasn't me
almost always
tooting,
getting
I
away.
promise.
based on our previous
It
conversation.
wasn't the
right?
Whataburger. Yeah. Okay, so I go ahead and just play it.
Go ahead.
All right, this is called Friends with Fur, acoustic style. I don't have many friends. People pretend. Yeah, they'll lie to your face, stab you in the back again. That is why I prefer friends with fur. Right by your side, loyal till the end. They have always been through the thick and the thin. Run to you with a grin, man's best friend. And they really don't care what you drive or where. Take them home and see that your love is all they need. You will never be alone. Always happy when you're home. Never be apart, never break your heart. They've always been through the thick and the thin. Run to you with a grin, man's best friend. Puppies! Cause I don't have many friends. People pretend. Yeah, they'll lie to your face, stab you in the back again. That is why I prefer friends with fur. Right by your side, loyal till the end. They have digging into my throat the whole time. It was so hard.
So
Okay,
what
cool.
prompted you guys to work together to put that benefit
Oh,
on?
actually, he messaged me.
Yeah, I just after we picked Molly up, her name was Venus at the shelter. We
Right.
changed her name to Molly, but after we picked her up, I was just like, it'd be really cool to do something for these people. And then I was like, because I'd mentioned something about Stuart's video while we
Right.
were there, and they're like, "Oh, you know Stuart?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I was just like, "Well, I mean, Stuart knows these people pretty well. It's like maybe I can talk to him." I messaged him, and he just ran with it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I always thought about doing it, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, someone's totally down for doing that. That is so cool. And yeah.
so
And then I saw he adopted that dog, and I was
Right.
like, yeah, let's do it,
Oh, I
dude.
know. I
That's
know.
so cool.
I would be over there too, getting dogs and cats, and except that I have too many.
I get that, yeah.
Saturday, starting at 4:30 p.m., 4:30 to 6:30 is the adoption event, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's at Kickbacks on Armstrong. And are they doing?
Yeah,
Tell us some more.
okay, so what I gathered from the guy, Bruce, that works at DAWG, he wants to, the reason why it's an acoustic show is because the dogs are going to be walking around in the back, and he's going to be trying to show them off to everybody that's there.
Right?
And it's an adoption event. So,
Gotta
it's a
keep it
$5
where-
cover charge to get in, and that goes towards dog.
Right.
And if you want to bring like dog food or cat food, I keep forgetting to mention they got cats too. Yeah. So if you want to bring anything like pet beds, pet toys, anything you want to donate, that'd be great.
I have a few things.
Sweet. And yeah, so basically it's just they're going to walk around dogs in the area while we're playing. And I don't really have a list of everybody that's playing yet. Has anybody messaged you yet?
No, nobody's messaged me.
I just know a lot of people are showing up. Like when I
Are you gonna-
posted it, a lot of people commented and said, "Hey, I'm in," but nobody really messaged me.
Yeah, I really haven't worried too much about it because I was just like, if worst came to worst, we could do the whole thing ourselves. But
True, yeah.
a lot of people have shown interest in the post. It's just
Right.
nobody's messaged us yet.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this and you're interested in playing, hit up. I'd say probably hit up Stuart.
Right?
Or
So
Terry, yeah.
I mean, you
Stuart
can hit
Foster,
me up too, but
yeah, or Terry Condor on Facebook. On Facebook? Yeah.
on Facebook,
And
or
have them-
however you can get a hold of us.
Right. So the need for live music on Saturday up until what time?
Oh, I think
Just the 4:30 to 6:30?
6:30. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just for 2 hours. So,
All right.
but it should be a good event.
Yeah, no
A lot
doubt.
of people should show up.
They're going to be.
I have a
dogs
good
there
feeling about
and
it. Yeah,
cats.
There will be dogs there. If there are dogs there, got to pet the dogs, right?
that's right.
It's fun. I enjoy hanging with the critters. So why dogs, though? I mean,
Well, you know what?
usually,
I think everybody on this planet should own at least one dog.
so my question there would be: do you own a dog, or are you owned by dogs?
That's a good question.
I think I am owned by my cats.
I think I've had both.
Yeah.
I've never. The cats have always owned me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cats do that. That's a cat thing, right? My sister says they're self-spoiling. So tell me about your dogs.
Oh man.
Everybody's heard about mine.
The first one I got, his name's Chase. He's 13 years old. I used to work at an animal hospital, and a UPS truck driver almost ran him over when he was a puppy.
Oh my
so I
gosh.
took him. And then June, which is my pit bull, she's black and white. In the video, she was the one playing drums.
Right?
She belonged to somebody that lived in an RV that was like a couple streets down from me. And I used to walk this lady's dog that lives at the end of my street. And she would like hang out with that dog and I would walk around with us. Anyway, long story short, that RV just took off
And left the
her.
dog.
And she was just on my porch one day and never left. So I took her in. And I got a puppy from DAWG when I used to like volunteer there almost every day. It had parvo,
Oh, poor baby.
and I said if that dog survives, I'm gonna get it, and I did. So I got her, and then my cat, Mr. Boots, he was under my porch when it was snowing,
Oh.
and meowing so loud. And I was like, I can't just leave this cat out here. I mean, it was like this big.
Oh, poor baby.
So I took it in, and I still have it. I've been trying to find a home for it for like 2 years. I guess it's mine now.
I'm pretty sure that you now have a cat.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
The
I'll keep
cat
him around.
distribution system worked.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
And out of my 4 years of living in that house, I've had 2 mice in there.
Oh, yeah?
And every time I heard something under my fridge, I would go to the cat room and open the door and be like, unleash the Kraken. And he knows exactly where it is. Like, he just takes off into the kitchen and yeah, he'll get it. And he'll leave it by my door.
That's your
know.
present.
Yeah, that's my present. He's a cool dude. I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Boots.
Mr. Boots.
I never really liked cats until I was living on a ranch in Columbus, Kansas. I used to have bonfires out at my place all the time, and this cat just showed up at my pad, and never left. Just never left.
Yeah,
and he was
they
the
do
coolest
that.
little dude. I named him James Franco.
Nice.
Yeah, he was cool. I've been kind of a cat person ever since. I mean, I love dogs. I love all animals. Obviously, I've got a zoo at my house, but
Yeah, no kidding. So do you write songs about your pets or anything like that?
I've never written a song about a pet before.
Yeah?
No.
Is it something that maybe is now on your to-do list?
I don't know. I've been working on trying to take these writing challenges,
Right?
And just trying new things. So maybe that, but there's no like guideline that I've found for it. So I'm just kind of making up challenges myself. I think maybe that might be one of them. Write a song
There's
about it.
there's a list of really good ones out there,
trying
but
to
you
think
know
about
what?
any
The
songs
ones
that-
that you do on your own tend to be the best.
I don't think I have any songs that are written about animals.
It just came to me like so naturally too, because I was
Did it?
like, yeah, because I was just like, you know what? I don't have that many friends, and that's one of the lines in the song. I was like, how about I just write a song about my
friends you
friends that
do
I
have?
see every day, you
Right.
know? And I was like,
I
and
think
it just
it's
flowed.
awesome. It's
yeah,
such
it
a
just
cool song,
flowed.
too.
Thank you so much.
It is a very cool song.
I
do
think I
like
wrote that
listening
song
to
in
it.
like 10 minutes. It was
Oh,
crazy
wow.
how fast I wrote that
You know,
song.
some of the best songs that my favorite songs that I wrote. I
Yeah,
wrote
they just
quickly.
come out.
They just came out real fast.
Yeah.
I've got ones that I've been working on for years that, I mean, I guess they're
Stubborn
okay.
little boogers.
Yeah, I think I just got tired of working on them and just finished them, you know.
yeah.
Some of the ones that just came out in a half hour or something like that, you know, some of those, that one that I wrote for Canberra, that was,
Yeah.
I think I wrote that in about a half an hour.
Oh, wow. Songwriting and philanthropy kind of go together in a lot of ways, right? Because
I think so.
if you stop and think about it, just from the time that I was a teenager or a young person, there was Live Aid and Farm Aid, and the whole thing went to philanthropy in some way, right? And you can't get away from it. Now, I've noticed that recently, well, I say recently, maybe in the last 5 or 10 years, people have started writing songs about their animals. And whereas before it was probably, they're going to write a song about their truck. Having fur kids, as the term goes, has become more and more acceptable. Right?
Yeah, you see shirts everywhere that say like dog mom, dog dad.
Right. You
I
know?
buy them up too
Speaking of
every
shirts,
time I see them.
I've got, and you need to know about this too. There's a website called Arm the Animals.
Arm the ant.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen me in a shirt with I've got one that has a squirrel holding a switchblade and one that has a little bunny
Oh, my.
holding a 44.
I
And
can't say
it's-
that
it's
I've
all
seen
like,
that.
There's one with a panda bear driving a tank, but all
That's
the
so
money
cool.
and the shirts are pretty cheap, but all the money goes towards
Oh, animals?
yeah
Animal
animals. But some
rescue
of, some
somewhere.
of them are the more militant, like over in Africa, taking care of the poachers type groups.
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
So
My dad used to have a bumper sticker that says, "I support your right to keep and arm bears." Does that count?
That's pretty cool.
keep and arm bears.
Yeah, instead of keeping bear
keep
arms.
bear
Yeah.
arms.
He loved play on words anyways. So
Armed bear.
it's become more acceptable, I think, to have fur babies,
Right.
and to have the cat or dog who's only one animal to a pair of working, upwardly mobile people is probably set for life, you know? So I don't know. Is there something, what is it about animals that?
Well, I'll go ahead and say this. Like I got PTSD from Iraq and Afghanistan. And I see why they are labeled as either service dogs or emotional support dogs. 'Cause,
Right.
the VA has prescribed me like, I don't know how many different medications, and I'll be in the middle of a panic attack and like my heart is just thumping, and I've taken whatever medicine they've given me, and it would still be happening,
Right.
And I'd lay down with my dog and just cuddle with it and pet her. And something about that, it goes away. Like
Right.
it's really soothing. It calms you down, brings you back.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but it works for me. And I mean,
Well, you're not the only one. There are a lot of people who have
oh yeah.
emotional support animals, service animals, or what would be qualified as an emotional support animal
Right.
or a service animal, even though they don't have the technical training for it.
And I mean, they say that petting a dog releases like a chemical in your body that like reduces stress, right?
Dopamine.
Petting a
Yeah,
cat
yeah.
certainly does.
Oh, that too. Yeah, dog or cat. And I've heard stories of if a cat like lays on your chest, and like purrs or something, it also does that too. It calms you down.
There's something about the frequency at which a cat purrs, and I read this in an article somewhere because I'm a cat person, so I almost always read those articles, and I could not tell you exactly where it is, but it helps to heal tissue. So it stands to reason that it would also help to keep your mental state in place because it's just as organic as anything else.
Right. Meow.
There's
Meow.
that cat again.
This girl I'm dating now, she does that
Yeah?
all the time. She'll just be like,
Stick her head in the door and go meow.
yeah, she's like,
It's like
meow.
Amy does. Amy Roberts, every time she gets up on stage, is meow.
Yeah. She's pretty
There's a
funny.
whole host of animals cats that live around here.
Oh, I've seen them.
that
yeah.
one's like the third or fourth one. That's
I think it's the same cat.
it is. That's a pretty healthy looking kitty cat too.
That's a nice kitty.
He is a nice kitty.
But I mean,
Or
yeah, everyone should own a dog though, because I mean, cats too. Cats are cool. I'm not biased. I like both,
Okay, obviously.
But yeah, obviously. But I mean, no matter what kind of day your dog is having, it could like lose its leg, lose an eye. As soon as you walk through that door, it's always happy to see you. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't say that about your family, your friends.
I know.
Because I mean, we all have our days.
Yeah.
But a dog is different. Like they are loyal. They will die for you. And until their last day, you're their best friend. You know what I mean?
I do. Penelope loves Chris. She thinks that Chris is the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
And at one time we had 4 little Chihuahuas, right? And one of them belonged to my daughter, who was in Portugal at the time. And the other 3 were rescues. Penelope was one. We had Stormy and Sophia. And because they were rescues, Stormy and Sophia bonded to me. Penelope bonded to Chris. Lucy bonded to whoever would feed her. So all of them, we ended up having to get a king-size bed just so that the dogs would have a place to sleep because they would not sleep on the floor. Dadgum them. And they were all Chihuahuas in some form, and so they were all burrowing under the covers. So it's like, you got to be kidding me. But having them with us, I don't know. Chris is my husband has a certain amount of PTSD also from military service, and
It's fun, let me tell you.
oh, it's a thrill a minute. And having Penelope with him, maybe it's the fact that it gives him something else to think about, somebody else to worry about instead of himself.
Take your mind off of it. Yeah.
Right. Or she's just so cute. Because she is cute.
You could just look at her and be in another world.
She's
so cute.
And
I'm
that little tail
her.
just goes like that. You are not stealing my dog.
I was wondering if you're going to catch that.
You aren't. You know how many people have tried to steal her in the last 7 years?
Oh,
several,
I'm sure.
The lady who brings eggs to us, her name is Brittany, and Britt Nolan. And she, every time she sees Penelope, she says, "Oh, I'm just going to take you home." It's like, no, you're not taking Penelope home.
That's so funny.
Yeah, she's so cute. Everybody wants to take her home. And
I don't blame them.
She is one of those really, really nice Chihuahuas. She does not bark at well, she will bark, mind you, but she's not all teeth. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, my grandma's got one that's a teacup, and her name is Cupcake. Or his name, it's a boy. His name is Cupcake. Yeah, my niece named him.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and every time I used to take him to the dog park, I'd be like, "Come here, Cupcake." And people would look at me like, I'm like, I swear, I did not name this dog, okay?
Yeah. And as we're sitting here in our fishbowl, I think we've seen probably 5 different people out walking their
Oh,
dogs.
yeah, that actually has a service dog thing on it, too.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't
so
notice that.
I had a vest on.
See?
Yeah, people walk their dogs up and down Main Street all the time.
Main Street, Denison is a really neat place. It's got a really great music community, but it's also, there's animals all over the place. People are walking their dogs up and down Main Street, and that little park over there, I swear there's got to be a feral cat colony that lives over there. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of stray kitty cats all over the place. I happen to notice cats more than I do dogs, but there's a lot of stray cats everywhere, and I really wish that dogs could effectively help them better. The only way for things like that to happen, though, are for people to make donations to dogs or to volunteer, like Stuart does.
Right.
Or help out in some way, either by, and here's the big thing, spaying or neutering your cat or dog.
Right. They should really make that like...
That's got to be the biggest thing.
They need to legalize that you need to spay or neuter your animal.
Well, they can't because there are breeders. And I understand that. But you know what?
Well, I think some states
Like
up
your
north
python.
passed it.
Well, adopt. But the only way you're going to defeat the breeders is to stop buying from them.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
Rescue.
Yeah, adopt, don't buy. Always, always, always. I made the mistake of telling my sister-in-law that I liked polydactyl cats. And polydactyl cats have extra toes. And I really, really wanted a polydactyl tortoiseshell calico. And be darned if she didn't find one. And brought it to me. And that was probably one of the nicest things that she's ever done for me is bring me Caramel. She was just a really sweet little cat. So always, always, always adopt. Don't buy. If you can avoid buying, do. Most animal rescue groups will have purebred animals. They will also have ones that are not purebred, like our sneaky neighborhood dog pit bull mix. And some of them are going to have bad behaviors because they've never been taught the right way to behave in your house or what have you.
And you can foster them and train them so that way they're ready to be adopted, And
by somebody else, or you could be a foster fail and have them yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, it happens.
Because that's what I do. Like I foster, and I just try and get them out of there for being in there. Like some have been in there for months.
Yeah,
and I just want to give them a break from there. And you also get them ready for their house, like their forever home. So that's what I try and do. Like I'll post like pictures or videos of how they get along with my other dogs and, that they get along with my cat. They don't try and eat them or anything.
It's always good when they don't eat the cat.
Oh yeah. And, I'm like, you just get them ready for their forever home. And it's a good feeling when you see that dog being adopted.
Oh,
and you're
I know.
like, hey, I helped that dog, and it's a great feeling.
I helped this happen, yeah.
It's a really great feeling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you have anything that you want to play tonight, Terry?
Oh, yeah.
I know that you're watching this.
He's walking in with some gear. I'm like, what's going on?
It's standard musician. I think all three of us noticed the guy walk around the corner with a guitar case.
I don't know. Is there anything you want to hear in particular?
You have a song that you were working on for your project.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Since we're talking about projects a little bit.
So I'm working on a project with the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women Choctaw chapter. And
Okay.
what's that?
There was a hell yeah out there.
Oh,
so,
hell yeah.
Hey.
Oh, well, thank you. So basically what we're doing is I wrote this song. I'm getting it recorded, and I've got a videographer that's going to be helping me. Well, you know him, Jeremy Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Yep.
He's going to be helping me out.
Jeremy's a
with
great guy.
Putting together a video for it, and we're going to try to use it to raise some awareness for, if you haven't heard about the issues with, the rate that Indigenous women in North America, Canada, especially the northern U.S. and Canada, go missing, get murdered, bodies going unidentified, and this has been going on for hundreds of years now, literally.
Generations, yeah.
And so that's what the project is all about. And if you're interested, you can go to terrywayneconner.com. There's an MMIWC page that gives more information about it, and also gives a donation link and links to merchandise that I have that is dedicated to the MMIW project.
Beautiful.
Anyway, this song is called Dancing with the Spirits.
They called you a runaway with a high-risk lifestyle, and that's all they would say. I gotta take these kids.
Take them off.
That's what was messing me up, dude. I was like, I can't
It
tell
does
if I'm
that for
at a
some
key
people,
or
yeah.
not.
I can hear
Yeah.
my voice, but I can't hear the guitar any.
It was messing me up too.
If y'all don't mind, I'm just gonna call Mulligan on that one.
All right, Mulligan. Mulligan.
They call you a runaway with a high-risk lifestyle, and that's all they would say. But they look for you a while across the creek bank, where the reservation ends. When it got cold, they called it off, and they never tried again. Don't they remember the girl who grew up there, with the bells around her ankles and the feathers in her hair, until the world came, carried her away in an 80s model Pontiac into a shallow grave. But the summer grass smells sweet when you danced in your bare feet, and you tried to call the rain down from the sky. And the drums, they beat so loud, you could have brought the whole sky down. But it didn't rain until the day you died. Then the nights grew cold. It would have been 16 years old when December turned the morning dew to frost. You were on a different plane, and we'd never see you dance again. You were dancing with the spirits of the lost. They can't do anything. Well, that's what they told your ma. Said they were underfunded and you were an addict after all, but they didn't know you, how hard you could fight, that you hadn't given up when you got in the car that night, you got lost somewhere between the cracks. He found you walking east of town out by the railroad tracks, and now the spring is here and the wildflowers grow across the earth that holds you. May it shield you from the cold, but the summer grass smells sweet when you danced in your bare feet and you tried to call the rain down from the sky. And the drums, they beat so loud they could have brought the whole sky down, but it didn't rain until the day you died. Then the nights grew cold. You would have been 16 years old when December turned the morning dew to frost. You were on a different plane, and we'd never see you dance again. You were dancing with the spirits of the lost. Then the nights grew cold. You would have been 16 years old when December turned the morning dew to frost. You were on a different plane, and we'd never see you dance again. You were dancing with the spirits of the lost. You were dancing with the spirits of the lost.
That's pretty powerful there.
Yeah,
you know?
thank you. That's very.
And it's a hard thing.
Definitely makes you feel it.
So, if I might, was it 3 episodes ago? We talked about, you unfortunately weren't able to be there that night. We talked about your MMIW project and got you all the links to that. And
Which
I'll
I
go ahead and
appreciate
post,
very
of
much.
course,
Thank
and I'll go ahead and post those again after. Unfortunately, it'll be after the fact at this time, but we'll get it.
Fine.
Where can we go and donate to dogs if we can't come to the adoption event on Saturday?
I know that you can go to DAWG, and they have like a QR code on their little trailer that they take dogs out in.
Okay, they're
And
out
you can scan
on
that
Austin
and donate
Avenue,
to that.
right?
What's that?
On Austin Avenue.
I'm going to look up the address.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, I'm not too sure. I know they're right next to that church, right off of that highway. Yeah, I'd have to look up that.
Okay.
All right. Denison Animal Welfare Group, 3307 South
Right.
Eisenhower Parkway, Denison, Texas.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. But come out to Kickbacks on Saturday. The adoption event is between 4:30 and 6:30. You'll get to hear the puppy dog song, I'm pretty sure. If they'll have me, I'll come out and sing for them too. Terry's coming
for
out.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's going to be a really great thing. Bring donations, bring your cover charge, but bring donations too if you can. I know that I've got some, body harnesses that don't fit any of my critters because Penelope's about that big. Things like that I'd like to go ahead and get to a place that can use them. So I look forward to seeing everybody there. If you can't, go ahead and donate at the DAWG's location or their website.
And I just looked up on Facebook. There is a donate
Donut
a donate button on
their Facebook profile?
page. Yes.
Okay, so go to their Facebook profile. You can donate there. Once again, I do want to mention Sandy's Feral Fund. And if you have a kitty cat that needs to be spayed and or neutered, no, it doesn't work that way. Spayed or neutered, contact them. See if you can get in the next couple of months and get your kitty cat taken care of, because an elephant takes 2 years to gestate another elephant. A cat takes 3 months, and you get a whole litter. So think about that.
Right.
Local music supports a lot of things. Terry's MMIW project, Stuart's Animal Project, Dirty Hippies, which is I was proud to see an LLC now for Oliver White. He helps to support the homeless population in the area.
Oh, that's so cool.
It
Isn't
is
that
really
cool?
cool. Ollie's been very involved for a long time
Yeah.
with helping people out.
He helps
That's
everybody.
so awesome.
He helps everybody. Pedal Train, they donate their services to a wide variety of different places. I have a special place in my heart for veterans functions. And so if you have a veterans function and you need somebody to do any sort of vocal work for you, please do reach out to me. I'm glad to come and do that. Have done it before. We'll do it again. So the philanthropy part of music is extremely important. But I want you to also understand that local music is very important. If you don't support local music, you don't get the big music. Because where do you think all those big musicians started?
And there's so many different
someplace.
types of music too around
Right.
here. Like, yeah, Oliver does like jazz and
He
like
does
everybody does a
blues,
little
right?
something a little
Yeah,
different.
everybody does. We've got surprisingly, we've got a very large metal contingent here and a very thriving grunge contingent, along with blues and rock and, of course, country, Americana. You know, I mean, you'll find any kind of music that you want here. And the nice thing about Denison is that the Denison area, and I say Texoma really, is that you will find live music 7 days a week in this area, Sunday through Saturday. As a matter of fact, open mics are a big part of that contingent. Monday night is at the Horse's Axe on Main Street, and that's hosted by Tim Rogers. Tuesday night, tonight in fact, there's
Green Growler.
open mic at the Green Growler, and that's hosted by Joshua Benson, who was here last week. Wednesday night is Kickbacks and Coyote Club, Coyote Bumper on Wednesday night.
Right.
That's in Sherman, whereas Kickbacks is in Denison. The former by Oliver White, the latter by Jonathan Van Huss. Thursday night, there's Mel's Grill, which is like 3 or 4 blocks from here on Myrick. That's hosted by Ollie. And Coyote Club also over on Myrick from 8 to midnight. That's hosted by John Van Huss.
Right.
Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday, you can find live music pretty much anywhere around here. So this area is very unique in that you can find live music anytime you want. And most often, the live music that you will find here is going to be better than what you'll find anywhere else.
It's unique for such a small city
Yeah,
to
it
have
is.
such a
It is, very much so.
concentration of musicians.
Right.
This show, Open Mic with Ann House, is a labor of love for me. It is something I do because I want to do. However, as does everything, if you can support Open Mic with Ann House by donating at my website, annhousemusic.com, by sending stars via Facebook, by liking and subscribing on YouTube, by watching it on Outlaw Television on Roku, by listening to it on any one of several different internet radio stations like KJAM, like the Block 105, like SoCal Radio. You have a number of ways that you can help support us. More money means more episodes.
Cool.
Okay, I mean that's the long and the short of it, because it does cost to do this. If you can't do that, then may I please recommend that the money that you would normally take to spend on a big arena ticket to see Taylor Swift or
Marilyn Manson
or Luke Combs,
Equally ridiculous.
that is a ridiculous amount of money. That's $1,000 that you're going to spend for 2 people just to go down to Dallas to the AT&T thing. Because you're going to have to pay for a room, you got to pay for parking, you got to pay for $20 drinks and $30 hot dogs, and and then that doesn't even cover the tickets. Take that money instead and find a local musician that you want to listen to here in the area. Go pay the $5 or $10
If there's even a
ridiculously low cover charge.
If there's even a cover.
Right, if there even is one at a local venue, buy a beer. If you don't drink beer, buy a soda pop. If you don't drink soda, get a tea. Get an appetizer.
Get
Maybe
some
have
food.
dinner.
Everybody eats.
Everybody eats.
There's no cover at 1880 this Friday.
There's no cover at 1880 Ice House this Friday, where Terry is playing from 7 to 10?
From 8 to 11.
8 to 11.
Oh, sorry.
Take some of that money and throw it in their tip jar.
Yeah. I didn't know when we're going to end. I just wanted to mention real quick. One of my friends is putting together this group called PAWFIT, PAWFIT.
Aw.
Her name is Taylor.
Yeah.
It's basically where you go to the animal shelter. Like, DAWG usually walks their dogs 3
Right.
times a day.
Okay.
But with PAWFIT, you take them for extended walks. And, the dogs that have, like, heartworms or whatever that can't be outside and exercise, you could just sit in there and pet them for a little while,
And play with the puppies.
Right. And it's, I don't know exactly how many days she's doing it. It's called PAWFIT. You can look it up on Facebook.
Oh, cool. Good.
And just message her there. I think it's from 4 to 6 p.m. at DAWG. I don't know if it's daily or a couple times a week, but yeah, you could show up and help out if you want to. Get some exercise, pet some
Right.
puppies. Yeah.
Or take some of that money that you would spend at that big arena show and shovel it over to dogs. Take it to Sandy's Feral Fun. Any of the animal rescue groups in the area would definitely benefit from even $10, right? What you would pay for the ridiculously low cover charges that we have here in the area, if there even is one. But support your local music, because without local music, you don't have the big names, right? I want to say thank you very much to Terry and Stuart for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, I'm glad you were here. Be sure and come out to Kickbacks this Saturday. Check out the adoption event. Pet the puppies.
Yes,
Pet
pet
the
them or
puppies.
die.
Stroke the kitty
Just
cats.
kidding. He won't die.
Listen to the great music.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kickbacks also has great food. I mean, it's a good time. If you've never been,
is a good time.
This is a great reason to check it out. So Kickbacks, always a great time.
Yeah.
Kickbacks and puppies. I mean, you can't lose.
And good
Right,
music.
Right.
And good
music,
food.
yeah. I mean, puppies though, right?
We're going to be there with Penelope.
For the
if you really want to
puppies.
come see the Penelope, we'll be there with the puppy.
Yeah, come kidnap Anne's dog. She's like, I'm going to kill you, Stu.
Yeah, no. By the way, my dog is chipped.
Oh, that's good.
Oh no.
So there you
Is
go.
that a Puff Daddy song I hear?